Good day, good afternoon, good evening, but not good night. It's still daytime here in Africa. The topic today is, each time I think of it, it annoys me. It makes me feel as though something definitely has gone wrong with our society. We know so many things have gone wrong, but lately we've been hearing of rape, child abuse, men having children with babies. What has gone wrong? Now, there are so many mad people that honestly you will never believe they are mad. They are mad in the sense that their faculty has gone slightly haywire. So I'm dedicating this, and I call it sexual malady, sexual madness, you want to tell me. Now, the brain is an arm that put into physical presence what we have in the mind. And God created so many stop gaps, because there are so many actions that our mind controls. So when our mind do not control certain things, it means lunatism has started. Sexual satisfaction purely means having a relationship, coming to ejaculation, and that dies. But when you see people all of a sudden seeing a woman either walking on her way or meet her in a place, and he's so aroused that he wants to rape her, that is madness. And finally, they do not know they are mad, because there is a stop gap in our brain which our mind controls. No, I must take my mind off that. I must stop this. I cannot do this. Those are normal people's thinking. But when your sexual urge cannot be controlled and you say you are normal, sincerely you are not normal. And usually, each time I hear Nigerians, Africans, Ghanaians, Gambians are homosexual, I laugh and laugh and laugh, because they do not know what causes the symptom in the first place. How would a man be attracted to another man? How would a woman be attracted to another woman? These are sexual lunatism. But I'll tell you, there are certain causes that we cannot do anything about. It's a mistake of the past, and certainly not in Africa. That's why I call some countries and I say no. Homosexualism cannot thrive in those countries except by emulation or by traveling and seeing it as a passion. If not, the urge to do it can never be in an African. I'll tell you this. Permit me. In the 80s, 18th centuries, you remember most of these countries are founded by capitalists, people who have industries, pharmaceutical industries, iron or whatever. They finance these governments that come to be. So when they require certain licenses from the government readily gives to them after quantifying the positivity of that certain drug. But in the 18th centuries, coming to early 19th centuries, certain chemicals were introduced into these European and countries that they use to purify their water. After a long while, they now realize that this substance is causing certain sexual reactions in children. So when it now becomes bloom that, we cannot control this thing again, hence you will now say, how can a civilized country give license to man and woman to marry? Because they know of these deficiencies from the beginning. And they know there's no way they can do it than to allow it to be. A law must permit it. But Africans, because we take natural water, eat natural food, we do not have all of these symptoms. A man will come purely as a man and have no human feeling because of the naturality of the things they took while growing up. So also women will grow up a natural person without having to think as a man or as a woman. Now, my friends, now let's come to what pains one most. How on earth can somebody say a year-old child, 2 years old child, a baby girl, will be what will turn him on? Then it now take us to the next level, which is drug. Even from ordinary alcohol, If you take alcohol to a certain point, you might not know where you slept. Or you might wake up thinking, oh, where did I sleep? In such a case, if a man comes across a woman, he might be tempted because of the alcohol, the effect of the alcohol. Now use a multiplier effect. Somebody who take heavy drug, cocaine, morphine, and all this, you can now see that they are mentally deranged to the point that they do not know what is right and what is wrong. But under normal condition, and take my word for it, a typical African should not be attracted to a baby. A typical African, grown and bred in Africa, cannot see a woman wants to rape her because that is not the way he thinks. But if she see them do it now, it's because of drug. My friend, we cannot overflow this issue. It is a situation that has come to be with us and is going to stay for a long time. But it is just enough to know that anything that wants you to do something out of ordinary is drug induced. Your natural self will never permit you to see a 5-year-old child and be attracted to her or want to make love to her. So if you are having these tendencies, keep away from what you do most. Alcohol can be minimal. Drug could be avoided or minimal. And then live a happy life. Because if you do these things, you are creating a negative path that will haunt you. 2, if this person is matured enough to curse you, God still hear prayer. Please, avoid drugs, excessive alcohol, so that you be in control of your brain and mind at any given time. Thank you.